My name's Shaylin Bristow, and this is my thumbs up response. So I read this short story called What They Were Exactly. It is written by William Milutinsky. I read a few other stories, and it took me a while to find this one, but I was immediately intrigued just from the first paragraph. This short story is from the Southwest Review. It's volume 101, issue 1. Was written in winter of 2016. So it's pretty new. Immediately, what caught my attention about this story was just the style that the author wrote with. So the author just immediately starts describing these two characters, a male and a female character, but he describes them without directly naming them, so they're just referred to as he and she. And the author kind of goes back and forth from line to line, just describing the lives of these people. And the two characters live at a camp that's kind of snowy, wintry, and they work there as well. The male character is the only male on the camp. And the author goes more in depth on the male character's side of the story. Both these characters are kind of depressed, and they connect on that they're kind of feeling hopeless in life. And both these characters are also involved in other relationships, but from the beginning of the story, the author kind of sets up the tone for these two potentially falling in love. And although this style of writing of just kind of vaguely describing the characters without directly naming them was kind of confusing, it's actually what drew me into the story and pushed me to keep reading, because I kind of wanted to know more about how these two characters were eventually going to connect and their stories were going to intertwine. I would say that the theme or overall message of this story is to just embrace life and take risks for your happiness, because both these characters actually are just kind of stuck in just living life. They're not happy. They're staying with these people that they're not happy with when truly they're basically in love with each other, but aren't willing to own up to that because they, like I said, live really close. They work together, so they're constantly around each other. They sled together, they laugh together, and at one point her boyfriend comes out and visits, and these two characters are just kind of enjoying each other's company while the boyfriend's there. So it's very evident that they love spending time together, but they're just not willing to embrace that and take the risk. So I feel like that's definitely the overarching message of the story, is to just not let life slip away without fully enjoying it and just absolutely take that risk. And the ending was kind of a cliffhanger, so that was kind of frustrating, but we don't really ever find out what ends up happening with these two characters, whether they end up together or not. So it's just kind of left up to the readers to just kind of use their imagination to decide what they think ends up happening with these two characters. But overall, it was a really engaging story, and I'm glad that I found it.